Welcome to Project Prison. We have already revealed how the system controls our space, time, and biological instincts, turning us into energy factories. We looked for the enemy in towers of power, in secret lodges, in the architecture of the universe. But today we must look into the eyes of the coldest and ugliest truth. The architects do not need an army of millions of guards. Why waste resources on surveillance if the system has taught the prisoners to control each other? Today in Episode 7, we will talk about you, not as a helpless victim, but as a weapon. You may consider yourself a good person, but the system uses you as an instrument of suppression. Every time you judge another person for their choice, every time you spread gossip, savoring someone else's failure, every time out of love you tell your own child, "Don't stand out, be like everyone else. What will people say?" You are working for the system. In that moment, you are tightening the nuts on a loved one's shackles. You become an unpaid warden without even realizing it. Today, we will reveal the mechanism of the social virus. We will learn why your environment works on the crab bucket principle, dragging you to the bottom at the first attempt to escape. And we'll prove that the endless chase for fashion, brands, and status is not success. It is sophisticated economic torture that you voluntarily pay for with years of your life. We ourselves are the most effective tool of manipulation in the hands of the architects. And the time has come to lay this weapon on the ground. We have already spoken about genetic slavery. The body is the hardware. But for it to work for the system, it needs software, a behavioral program. Who installs this program? Not the government, not the TV. It is installed by those you love the most, parents, friends, teachers. These are not just pieces of advice. These are lockdown codes. Face the truth. Your loved ones are unconscious carriers of the virus. They act out of love, and that is the scariest part. Why? Because their love is poisoned by fear. Parents who have gone through the millstones of the system know. Those who are different are destroyed. Therefore, guided by the survival instinct, they try to make you safe for the system. They think they are protecting you, but in reality, they are performing a preventive amputation of your individuality. Remember these phrases that burn a brand into the subconscious. Don't stand out. Do you need this more than anyone else? Come down to earth. Dreams won't feed you. Be like everyone else, or you'll get pecked to death. Every such phrase is a blow that drives you back into line. They break your wings in childhood so you don't crash when you try to fly as adults. This is the tragedy of prison love. To save the child, they are taught to be the perfect prisoner. And it works perfectly. When the bars are built by the police or the government, you rebel. You have a clear enemy. But when the prison bars are built by a mother with tears in her eyes, or a best friend with good intentions, you dare not break them. You accept this restriction as care. To break these bars means to betray your loved ones. The system relies on this very feeling of guilt. It has turned your love into the most reliable lock for which you have no key. But why do we do this to others? Why do we love to judge so much? This is where cynical energetics kicks in. The system works like a perpetual motion machine of suffering. It needs low-frequency energy, but it doesn't want to spend resources extracting it. It forces us to milk each other. It works on the crab bucket principle. If you put crabs in a bucket, none of them will be able to get out. Why? Not because the walls are high, but because when one crab starts climbing up towards freedom, the others grab him and pull him back. When you see someone free, successful, happy, an alarm goes off inside you. Why? Because this person becomes a living mirror for you. Looking at their eyes, you are forced to see your own fall. Their freedom is mute proof that your bars are unlocked, and you are sitting in them voluntarily. Your internal slave program feels threatened, and you attack. You start to judge, he stole it, she just got lucky. Devalue, it won't last long. Fools live on hope. Guilt trip, who do you think you are? At this moment, a double energy harvest occurs. That you release the energy of aggression and envy. 2, that your victim releases the energy of resentment and fear. The architects applaud. You just fed them for free, simply by writing an angry comment or discussing a colleague behind their back. Besides judgment, the system uses another whip, status. We have been hooked on the hedonic treadmill. This is a race in which it is mathematically impossible to win. The system imposes a thought on you. You are not good enough until you have this. A new smartphone, a branded bag, a car, a position. This is the exploitation of our animal fear of being expelled from the pack. You run, you work, you spend your lifetime, you buy this thing. And what happens? Are you happy? Yes, exactly for 3 days. Then the dopamine drops. The thing becomes ordinary. And the system says, oh, that's old already. Now, to be cool, you need something else. And you run again. You think this is progress. In reality, you are just a hamster on a wheel generating electricity for the prison. The end result is always the same. You are tired, you are empty, and your energy went to support an illusion. This is not economics. This is economic violence disguised as success. So let's be honest. We are not just victims. We are the army of architects. They gave us the program, and we, guided by fear, pride, and envy, do all the dirty work for them. We hold each other by the legs in this bucket ourselves. Only instead of crabs, IT is humanity. The exit begins the second you refuse to be a warden. When you catch yourself wanting to judge and stop. When you hear don't stand out and do the opposite. When you see success and don't run to buy it to prove something to someone. Stopping being a social virus is the first step to becoming human. This was the 7th episode. We looked in the mirror, but the system doesn't let go that easily. It has built places where we ourselves voluntarily bring our energy. Next time we will rip the mask off the main spectacle of the planet. We will open the gates of the Colosseum. We will prove that modern sport is not about health, but about a ritual of sacrifice. While we prepare this strike, are you ready to lay down the weapons of envy, judgment, and preaching? Write in the comments how often you catch yourself wanting to pull someone else down. Hit the like button. This is your energy directed at awakening, not at the system. See you in reality.